All right.
Hey, everybody, it's Rick and Morty commentary track.
This is Ryan Ridley.
This is Mike McMahan.
I'm Justin Roiland.
Dan Harmon.
And I'm Morley Schaefer. I already did that once.
But this comes before then.
It does, so it's the first time you've heard
We're
it.
recording these out of order. If you're listening to them in order,
Well, good for
keep
you.
that in mind.
Oh, there's the rocks. There's the rocks, baby.
Oh, it's planted in.
And by the way, if you frame
episode-
through, you can see the purple nodule on the rocks when he throws them in.
Yeah.
The virus nodule.
He grabs those rocks in the fart episode.
Yeah, 202.
Mike, did you read the long list of knots that we're supposed to not talk about? And one of them is not referring to like anything we might have been inspired by. So we can't talk about the original inspiration for this episode.
Really?
Apparently.
Wait, what?
Wait, no, I think we can.
Why
All
not?
right, then you do it.
Go ahead,
can I-
Mike, you do it.
The original inspiration for this was we were talking about being big fans of the movie The Thing, and I'm a big fan of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and there's an episode where they add the Michelle Trachtenberg character by pretending that they implanted her into all of the family's memories, and everybody's kind of cool with that in the show, but it seemed horrifying to me that somebody could do that.
Yeah.
So that was the springboard Thing/Trachtenberg kind of.
Ooh-wee.
And then I think, maybe
Michelle
correct me if I'm wrong, I think
Trachtenberg.
Guterman pitched that it was like a way to do a clip show too. Also, I don't know.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
those
yeah.
things kind of were stirred together in a pot.
It was.
We thought,
Cut up
oh,
like
this will be
gumbo.
easy. This will be this will give production a break because we're all in the
It's a
house.
bottle episode,
Yeah, and then
right?
very quickly, like this was the one episode that Bardell was like, all right, we need more money. We need
Oh.
more money if you want to do this the way it's.
Well,
Which makes sense.
I remember I would call producer Mike Mandel over the break when it was being animated, being like, Mr. Poopy Butthole is still in the opening credits, right? Like, that's the one thing I didn't want to have change throughout
Yeah, we
production.
cut him into every one of the opening credit shots.
Is he wearing a little Iron Man suit? in that?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
gosh, that's adorable. Mike
he's in all these
McMahan
shows.
wrote the draft of this episode. Didn't you write
is the best
Mr.
one.
Poopy Butthole?
Yeah,
As,
originally,
like, yeah.
I thought it would just be, I was writing something to make fun of something
That Justin
would
would, yeah.
create, but then he just kept it
Yeah.
forever.
Well, hey, if it ain't broken,
No, there's a lot of. I'm hard pressed to separate because we're always doing that. Like for placeholder names, we go, all right, Kevin Schnoopy Dupes
Yeah.
comes in, and we're just mocking what makes it off of Justin's desk, but it's like then it's like part of canon, so it all works. Because obviously what Justin is saying is, why are you thinking about it?
I was at a party talking to somebody, and they were telling me, like, whatever they were talking about, they kept referring to Mr. Poopy Butthole, but they kept saying, anyways, Mr. Poopy Pants, Mr. Poopy Pants. And I was like, it's Mr. Poopy Butthole.
well,
but then how do I actually correct him?
I think that's a nickname, Mr. Poopy Pants.
yeah.
Yeah,
'cause,
if
like-
you know Mr. Poopy Butthole well, you can call him Mr.
He'll
Poopy.
respond to Mr. Poopy Pants. Like that works too.
This is another instance of if you put different shirts on all of the animated characters, all of the female characters pop as hot,
Yep.
and I don't know what the effect is.
I don't know why that's happening.
It's making your eyes look at boobs
Boobies.
for the first time again.
Dan, I think this joke about the Hulk musical Smash was yours, but I've always wanted to see that musical.
I'm not sure. I would not take credit for. It doesn't seem like something that would exist purely within my mind. I think this is like very collaborative. Like we knew we wanted to do like a musical. I think I don't know.
All right, I get it. I get it.
I love taking credit
Lay
for
off,
shit.
man.
All right, I'm sorry. That was a Ryan Ridley character we just met. Jeez.
Yeah.
Louise.
Wait. It's cousin Nikki.
Hey, that's
Hey,
my
I'm
big
walking
character.
here. Ha ha. Cousin Nikki.
Do you pull that out on dates
And
and
at the
stuff?
drop of a hat.
By the way, I
course.
don't think I ever quite nailed that. Like, I really wanted his arm, like, because you had given the note, like, make that fucking
Yeah, if it's
shot.
possible to just graze people,
Yes, and I kicked it back twice, and it's still to me not enough.
then yeah, I need to look like he risked murdering.
Yeah, I wanted a big fat chunk of bone and everything to come flying off.
Didn't you, McMahon, have an issue with bringing Cousin Nikki back in this memory? Because then why
did.
wasn't he?
It bugged me that we
Yeah.
repeated him in this. I was like, change him to anybody else.
Oh yeah, we had a whole
Why is that? Because
because he just got killed.
Yeah, there's just like
And
a
then like
logic
the rules
loop.
are like
also it's like, is this an unhappy memory featuring Cousin Nikki?
Right.
yeah, there's that, and then also, well, then I mean, I guess it gets happy, but like, it's also he just got killed, and then the way it works is usually when you see them them,
They can come
then
back.
then you come back out and they're in the room. So we felt like
Yeah.
if that was just some new character, we could continue. You know, it wouldn't tip that.
But I didn't catch that till like late in the animatic phase.
Yeah.
And it was
No,
an
me too.
unpopular note.
Well, no, I mean I agreed with it. I tried to tackle it. I just couldn't figure out what the fuck.
It's another
the
episode
solution.
where all of the things that we worked the hardest on, they don't generate the joy.
Yeah.
The things that we never worked on very hard are what, because for me, the proudest achievement was just in the line Rick saying, these things are like bed bugs and flashbacks are their mattresses.
Yeah.
And it's like, that says it all. Like, don't go to sleep. Don't keep your albums near your fucking bowling ball. Like bed bugs are notoriously hard to get rid of. And it could have just been that. They're flashback bugs.
Yeah.
I love how quick that Sleepy Gary character comes in just off of that one
Yeah.
little flashback. It's so
Yeah,
important
he's
to Jerry.
just now there.
Yeah, you're watching something horrifying unfold as these clips are going because it's like you're watching
They're
as new
spreading.
characters are being inserted.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just spreading, and it's like you can't. There ain't nothing you can do, yo.
And
You're
even,
in real
even the smartest guy
trouble.
in the room is less smart than us in a rare episode.
Yeah, because his mind is being fucked with. He's like, I mean, at least he had the idea to write 6 down. He's like, okay, if I write this down.
But just like the camera phone thing, which we bumped us for a while, we're like, wait, what about the camera phone? And then we're like, wait, what are you talking about? There's a room full of people that would be like, I don't have any pictures of you either.
The math of there's a number on the wall was so fun too because it was such a clear fix, and then and then Pencil Busters just coming in like they don't care at all about
Yeah,
that number
it's
on the
like
wall.
6 is cool.
I remember a lot of conversations about the build from sort of more classical sitcom characters, more realistic, grounded ones, to when it starts switching over into photography raptors and whatnot.
Oh, like how? Yeah, like
Kind of this, you
Well,
know.
yeah, Mr. Beauregard is like a classic sitcom-y guy, and then it
Yeah,
just
do
goes.
they have to build a foundation, and then as a TV series does, are they allowed to get more and more ridiculous?
Well, the nice thing is it starts with Mr. Poopy Butthole, who's like a weird little peanut, like breadstick.
But you
looking
find
guy.
out that it doesn't start. with him.
Yeah, because he
Actually exists.
That's what's so fucking
That's
great.
the mindfuck. More than any kind of mindfuck type stuff.
Oh, I'm noticing right now that the bottom half of this little lamb character in that scene didn't have the tint on it. Holy
I noticed
shit.
that too, man.
Remaster.
That was
Oh my
crazy.
God.
Look at this. I never noticed how much is going on in this episode
This is so
per
fucking
minute.
great. By the way, this is like I wanted to do an
cream
episode in a
cone.
world like this. Like I wanted to literally do a whole story or B story at least that took place in a weird pillowy like.
Yeah, you do always try to
I always
insert that
pitch the pillow
cosmetically
world,
into
yeah.
different stories.
You know, I think
Constantly.
you always call it pillowy, and everybody doesn't understand what you
Yeah.
mean.
Well, just find the like
Why
wide
don't you just say
background.
like the Summer and Tinkle scene?
Yeah. I'm
Do
always
you guys get the
referencing-
most confusing and confused questions about the meta reality rules that have to do with Mr. Poopy Butthole?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, that seems to be the one. that
I have
people-
those
In
questions.
a world where one of the characters can go to any version of reality and all that stuff, the thing that really fucks with people is that we had a character say, I guess I can see now why that would be really, really fucked up.
I like the people who are stretching so hard, and they're just like, I think that means that we're in a dream. Like the audience is in a parasite.
I had somebody at a bar, this is a little different of a concept, but he was like, hey man, I know that you guys are always talking about there's like a big secret. I guess you guys have said in interviews there's a big secret about Rick and Morty. He's like, I think I know what it is. I go, what? He goes, it's that Rick knows he's in a TV show. And he was very serious.
Well, I mean that's not a secret. I mean it's not.
I mean,
like-
but it's not like, you know
I mean,
what
it's not the conceit of the show, but like that's.
It's
like,
just that Rick doesn't know he's not in prime time. He doesn't know he's on a
he
late
thinks
night.
he thinks he's in prime time on a major network.
Yeah, Rick thinks he has like 700,000 less viewers.
Primetime disc.
Look at that garbage
Yeah, he's great.
character, a puppet.
That guy's got a
guy.
long history.
I want to hear about him.
I remember when we generated all those characters, the Hammer Eye and Amish Cyborg,
Basketball player.
and then being aware that they sounded like Conan, 90s Conan characters, then writing the joke, shining the light on it. A reverse Mr. Peanut.
This was Harmon wanted to
Monopoly
cut this
Man.
shit. I fought pretty hard.
I was
for
on.
this.
I had your back, bro.
Oh, man.
I was on the cut side.
Embarrassing.
Oh man, I was. I love that moment.
What do you say we take down these blast
I love it so much.
Harmon hated it.
Oh, there's Big Duck. Do you remember how important Big Duck used to be to this script?
No.
Yeah, he used to be a featured player, and then
Really?
he got cut way back. Yeah.
What a featured player.
Yeah, that Big Duck was like he was taking Morty into the garage to kill him and all sorts of
I
stuff.
wrote like a 9-page email to Justin explaining why I'm not a buzzkill for saying cut the Where's Waldo thing. And then it was 9 pages, and then Justin was like, his response was like, yeah, man, I totally get it, but we'll survive the show. People like the show. And I was like, that's not, wait, no. I know that. I know we'll survive.
Hey, Ryan, you actually did this 3DS thing, right? That was you?
Sure, Jerry.
No, that was, I think that
Everyone
might have
knows
been
that was
just.
me, right? Is this the time to talk about
It's so weird. Sorry, the last thing about the Where's Waldo thing. It's so weird. I'm mostly on Dan's side when it comes to these sensibility issues, but I was so on Justin's side of that.
But also there was other shit.
Yeah,
It was a tonnage
yeah.
issue.
Yeah.
And we scaled back some of it.
There were
I did
other,
lift. I did lift a couple of other.
But the Nintendo shit is
that one
still in
yeah,
here.
that one I didn't lift.
Yeah.
I know, but that's why I give a fuck about the Where's Waldo thing. Because the Nintendo thing is in there, and it's an act break.
Yeah, baby.
break.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Whoa, Dan is standing.
Feed the audience. They have to go make sandwiches through this shit.
This is my wife and I actually did this on our honeymoon catamaran in Greece.
Oh, that's why you wrote. I was wondering why it was so specific.
I really like this scene.
Wow.
It's actually this looks like Sleepy Gary and
man.
Jerry paid for the better catamaran.
But we
Well,
had
it's
to
your
redo this
fantasy.
because
Yeah.
there was too much. I can't even remember.
I can tell you, because I agreed 100%. The original version of this had them like, it felt like they were already in the thick of
It was
an
too gay
affair.
too fast.
Yeah, it was like we were popping in on a moment of a relationship that is months in
Yeah,
in
we
the
wanted
progress.
this to be the moment in Brokeback Mountain where you're like, you're
Yes.
fucking. This movie will make you gay.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
because you're in for the ride because
Yeah.
you don't know it's happening when it's happening.
Movie didn't make me gay, bro. And I watched a lot.
It made me gay.
Look at that snake! I've never noticed
the
that wizard
guy.
snake.
I never noticed him either. Holy shit.
You've been paranoid.
That's the first time I see there's a globetrotter that made it in.
Here's a weird little nitpick. It always bothered me that there's a kind of military memory for Frankenstein, and then the ghost says "boo-rah." Like,
Well, he was there too.
they
He
were
served
both
too,
in the
man.
military.
Yeah.
Nom together.
Yeah, they were
That's
all in
so delightful. Look at that baby wizard.
Baby wizard.
If you're gonna populate a house with flashback characters, you're gonna have a good 20% of them are gonna have served in Nam with you. Hello, everybody.
Look at the bald. Look at that bald like.
David.
I'm Reverse
Professor.
Giraffe. I've got a long body and a short neck.
You all know me.
You all know me.
Too many.
Okay.
I mean, how were these characters? Did the character designers just kind of
They
go?
just had a field.
They
day.
filled a
Okay,
bunch
yeah.
in, yeah. Because I remember
great. We
writing
wrote
realistic
at least
astronauts.
Japanese
70s.
businessman.
Oh, so there was one thing. Did this make it in? The one thing I would have tolerated, the Conan line.
Yeah, that made
Oh,
it
it's in there.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
nothing really.
No, no,
so
no,
I
but-
just never get what I want.
Hold on, no,
I'm
that's
like
not true.
A battered father.
No, hold on. The
man.
the,
Wait,
the
come
thing that got
on.
lifted from the Conan section was "Am I right, ladies and gentlemen?" which was
Right.
the real egregious. He goes, "This is like '90s Conan. Am I right, ladies and gentlemen?" And I lifted the "Am I
Oh,
right?"
this sequence,
Snuffles.
man. So good.
Yeah, the catchphrases. The only one we can't have on a T-shirt is AIDS, for some reason.
Well, a lot of them wouldn't sell a T-shirt.
Yeah, too soon.
Tastes bad. That's my favorite.
Once it's eradicated officially, then we can make a.
Did you
shirt.
ad lib all these, Justin, or are these?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Ricky Tikki Tavi, like. You think we sat down and wrote that?
It would have been a waste of
It's
time.
like grass tastes bad.
In a world where you can improvise an entire album.
He hired the Rand Corporation for a day.
I hired Brett Ratner. I paid him $1 million to come up with all
My
that.
name is Brett Ratner. Won't you join me for a conversation with Justin Roiland about funny names for things?
Didn't he get paid $1 million to come up with the name Hero for Guitar Hero or something?
What?
Or Rock Band? I can't remember.
Oh, there's Big Duck. Look, see?
Oh,
Big Duck and
He used to have
Tiny
a lot
Baby
of
Wizard.
lines.
why does Big Duck have human arms?
Man, because he's a big duck, bro.
I never noticed
What's
that.
the problem?
It's not a
I
problem.
think it's like The Shining. I think that's a big dude
Yeah,
duck costume.
yeah, it goes back to a hotel room.
It's
and
creepy.
That is the creepiest thing in the world. What is going on in that? I want the whole backstory of that whole thing. In The
You
Shining.
don't get it.
Man, you just don't get it.
You got to read Dr. Sleep, yeah.
My name is Stanley Kubrick. I'll discuss what that lion was doing aside of blowing that guy in The Shining with Brett Ratner. Hello.
Oh, Baby Wizard just got it.
And Baby Wizard.
Brett
On
Ratner
the
and
next
Kubrick sound
talking movie.
Talking movies.
I know you're real because I have a ton of bad memories of you.
Now,
There was a
Now this
version of
is
this where wasn't there a different Oh, this is the Chaos Girls did this song. I thought they nailed this.
I like all these.
They had
Rick is
one
a
version that
horrible
was
partner.
way too sad that I was like, this is too sad.
I'm very, very, very proud of this. When we all came up together with the solution of like, oh, it's happy memories, which
Oh, yeah,
it
yeah,
means
yeah.
you get to do a traditional sitcom formula in that you get to actually achieve a third act where you learn something, but you don't do it by actually. You also get to shit on sitcomery.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I like it.
Well, yeah, that bad memory ephany.
It's so awesome.
Because we get to show all these clips, and we show, and one of them I'm most proud of is fucking Morty's jerking off in the kitchen, and his sister is like.
I love the one with Beth and Summer too. That one's
Oh yeah,
fucking
no,
great.
that's amazing. Because it was like, then you get to say to writers, the joke is that it's not a joke. The joke is that it's not funny.
Yeah.
And then that's when comedy writers are like, oh, yeah, I've been waiting for this assignment for a while, and it's like that's the funniest shit.
Brandon Johnson, isn't that Brandon Johnson? Who's also Golden?
No,
No,
that's
no.
Kevin Michael Richardson, I
Oh.
believe.
It's voice acting. I don't know. Everybody does funny
Ryan.
voices.
Who's really good. Brandon, I don't think is in this one. But
And this one's great
Boom.
too. It just kicks him in the nuts.
yeah, hard, dude. That's like that would crush.
And he's so mad at her. That's why but that buys him jerking off in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's unrelated, but it's like, no, she's not a victim either.
yeah.
Like it's hard to be a teenager that it's like that's why she nails him in the nuts. Like it's just so gross to grow up with a sibling.
Oh man,
This is so sad. And
she starts crying.
She kind of seems used to it too. Like this isn't the
picture
first
day.
time.
I love that that's real. That's a real moment.
The way Summer's moving her hips.
Yeah, it's sexy, huh? They really nailed that.
Boy,
didn't
it's
they?
spreading.
A cool little thing too is these parasites. Their other kryptonite is that they won't stick up for each other. They don't.
Oh yeah.
They prey on one another.
Or they throw each other under the bus.
Yeah, if it's like whatever helps you survive, and so they don't have the codependent, like cloying relationship with each other that causes us to have good memories and bad memories. They're like a parasite operating on a more
Dude, I
complex thing.
love all of this transformation stuff. This was all like all these crazy shots. Like this all Juan again directed this, and I didn't want to fuck with any of his storyboards.
The idea that
So
you should
good.
go out and kill everything that you only have happy memories of is, I'm so proud to have authored that message in any small way for any adolescent viewer.
It's fucking
Look at that Morty face.
Because isn't that the message of Inside Out?
I don't know.
Yeah,
think
it's
it is,
like don't expect everything to be happy. Like that should be suspicious.
Life is pain.
That's tyranny.
Inside Out's ripped us off.
Maybe
Inside Out
you should
ripped
love
us
your
off.
sister no matter how much she kicks you in your nuts.
Think about your friend Grace.
Who did the voice of Mr.
It
Bogart?
was
The guy from
Windy City Heat.
Tony Barbieri?
Tony Barbieri. Yeah, so fucking good.
Oh, I love this detail here where
Yeah.
it turns into two pieces.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Oh, what? I never
Yeah.
noticed that.
Because the jar was
Oh my
part of his
gosh.
character. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
But wait, when does he say? Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's Vietnam. This is Jerry.
You're a parasite.
Jerry knows. He's the only character that's like. He's like Joe Pantoliano in The Matrix. He's like, I get it. I got it. It's fake. I choose Sleepy Gary. And Beth's like, tell me about it.
This is such a McMahan line. They say you're not supposed to do that. So fucking huge.
Get out here and help me! They say you shouldn't do that! Just run!
Those lips, signature Roiland lips.
Well, I mean, listen, that's a John Kay thing.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh.
Come on.
Oh, yeah,
I
with
didn't.
Ren?
I didn't invent.
Yeah, that
the,
makes
the,
sense.
the fucking vagina lip.
Signature people
But
eating
the
pork chops.
squiggly pupils, though, that's you, right?
I mean, yeah. I mean,
Say it ain't so.
it's very polarizing, though. There's people that can't watch this show because of those pupils, and I'm kind of like, well, I guess we're weeding out the chaff.
I like this too, that Mr. Poopy Butthole wants to eat their food. Like he does seem like a parasite.
Yeah, no, there's no question. Beth is.
Yeah,
we're on our side.
yeah, totally. It isn't until you see the red blood that you're
And
like,
it's,
oh,
how cool are we for not making it Jerry that does this? We're not just gonna beat up on Jerry. She's like the staid professional.
he's fucking bleeding out.
Longtime family friend.
I'm bleeding out.
In the original script, she's supposed to go to the kitchen and pour a glass of wine, and then she like rifles through a drawer and finds a loose cigarette. And starts trying to light it. But I think S&P is like, yeah, the smoking thing is too much. But
Smoking's always a problem.
to me, it was like, yeah, don't, like, it's easy for her to pour the wine, but then she's like, she's trying. She hasn't smoked since she was 27.
Oh, it's so funny. The way they animated her shaking when she's pouring the wine is so creepy. It's so real.
It's almost like all animators were raised by crazy alcoholic mothers.
Yeah, that came back perfect.
All you have to do is type fade in on a crazy alcoholic mom.
Look at Rick just swiping all those medical pills. All those.
This is a pretty great tag.
Is this Tara Strong, the voice
Yes,
of the?
Tara Strong,
She's
yeah.
So good.
I remember, Mike, you wrote this line, the one where he
God,
says,
he just
"Tell-"
he just fucking
Yeah,
ate a bunch
Rick,
of.
what did
he's
she
not
say?
looking at the labels.
Yeah, it's like, what did you just?
What, he's just
What did
taking
he
pills
just
from the
gobble?
hospital?
Yeah, he just gobbled like a whole
man.
bottle. Of
Standing in front of a cart and he's just grabbing some and taking some.
Which, by the way, who just leaves a bunch of prescription
Well,
pills
also,
on
if
a
you just,
cart?
if this wasn't animated and you,
Ricky taking.
Anyway, I was trying to give
that was
Mike
your
credit.
addition.
I was trying to give Mike credit, but I can't remember the line.
Love you,
All
Ryan.
right, everyone, we'll be back.
Get back to
Fuck
work.
you, Nurse
Get back to
Junkie.
work.
did you get any of that?
It's a good show.